Hello and welcome to Small People Defense, and if you would like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. I actually purchased this game with my own money because I love tower defense. This is a tower defense with a bunch of upgrades outside of the game. You earn points in the game, and then you can go into this power-up menu. You can just, wow, there's just so much stuff to do here. It's absolutely insane. This is made by, as far as I'm aware, one person, so I'm extremely impressed already because this has a lot of things that I am very much enjoying. There's just one thing I'd like. I'd like to see the upgrade level of each tower while I'm in the game, just from like an overlay. That's pretty much it. That's the only thing I'm kind of thinking of right now. There is a cosmetic menu as well, so you can actually change how you look, as far as I'm aware, or change how the enemies look or something like that. Anyway, we can basically do anything we want. We can increase our health, we can increase our money, our starting money, or we can basically make it so that we have a lower cost as far as I can tell. So that's actually pretty cool. What I'm actually going to do, however, is I'm just going to increase my DPS for my basic tower. That, in my opinion, is going to be the most important thing for us right now. Starting money is also going to be pretty important. So yeah, let's just do that. And then we can select a level. Now, funnily enough, you are also going to need to spend points to unlock levels, which I think is actually a pretty cool idea. And you can see here how many levels there actually are. This is actually a pretty significant amount considering the price point for this game. And now you may think, tower defense, yeah, I'm not really into that. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Tower defense is extremely cool, and I will have no other argument about it. Now, here's the wonderful thing about this. The price is nothing. It's literally nothing. It's about $3, and you are going to get this many levels and so much replayability. I mean, really, how can you say no to that? I have actually, being a fan of tower defense, not done so well. I haven't done so well in these levels. Even the tutorial level gave me problems. That means there's a lot of strategy to use here. There's so many unique interactions with some of the towers. For example, as far as I'm aware, what you can do is you can splash water on opponents, and then you can use the stun or similar tower, and it interacts in a unique way. I haven't actually done that yet, so I'm kind of, just trying to be careful here. Okay, so as you can see, yeah, obviously this is in early access, by the way, so there are going to be things that are a little bit rough, but so far I haven't really encountered anything too bad. And now the really funny thing about this, yes, the really funny thing about this is it's projectile based. Yes, the towers are projectile based, and you have to place them in the most strategic place you can. Otherwise, it's gonna miss. Your tower will just miss, just out of nowhere, it will just miss. So that is what you've got to be very aware of. It's also third person as well, by the way. So you have this little guy that can run around on the level, and you also have the ability to switch to items. And items can be used with your little person here, like, for example, bombs, poison, buffs, and striking. I don't exactly know what any of these do. I know the bomb is just a big explosion that does a lot of percentage damage to the opponent. But that's pretty much it. That's all I've really used so far. There's something there that I can pick up. You can actually explore the level a little bit for extra armaments and things like that. And that's exactly what we've got there. So anyway, what do we want to do? Well, we only have 2 towers available at the moment, but that does not mean anything, okay? Because you may think, only 2 towers? That's really basic. Yeah. That's actually not the case. There are, I believe, 6 towers, and as I say, they all have unique interactions in some way or another. Anyway, I'm just going to place this roundabout here. I'm going to place another one here, and I'm now not entirely sure. I guess something like this. There we go. Now, here's the thing. This is what I was talking about before. I'd like to see an overlay to show me exactly how powerful or how upgraded my towers are. That's the one improvement that I would love to see for the game, because as it stands right now, if you take a look at, if I can actually zoom out all the way, by the way, as well, as you can see, but if you take a look at my towers right now, I can't see what level they are. The only way that I can tell is by their size, because when you upgrade them, they become bigger. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much the only way that I can tell. So in my opinion, it would be very cool if we would have a slightly easier to see, you know, display for that. But obviously that is just me. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But we're going to play at 2x speed. I generally prefer playing at 2x speed for most tower defense. Otherwise, the small people have learned to spawn undead mages. They will absorb projectiles and prevent building around them. Oh no. Well, that's obviously terrible, isn't it? Okay, so we're just going to place a whole bunch of things here. Thankfully, my towers are completely destroying the enemy right now, so we shouldn't have to worry too much. I'm just going to try to build as best I can. We're trying to build along the traveling route of the projectiles, because if you, according to the tutorial at least, this is what I've understood about it, if you build perpendicular and far away from your main pathing or from the enemy's main pathing, you will have a hard time hitting enemies. So that is definitely something to be aware of. I'm actually going to start upgrading my upgrading my towers now, and we're just going to go to each one of them. It's $9, I think. Yeah, $9 to upgrade. So I'm just going to go to each of these and upgrade them. Now you can hold F if you want to, and that's going to upgrade and use all of your cash to, you know, on that single tower, and it's going to upgrade it as much as it possibly can. Now you can see here there's an undead mage right there. We just completely destroyed it, which was really nice, and we're just going to continue upgrading this. Now, towers can get very powerful, and that's something that you should be very aware of if you want to do well in the game. Obviously, I'm talking about, you know, me, because let's face it, I haven't done very well, and so I'm just kind of, you know, imparting a little bit of knowledge that you may also utilize to do a little bit better than I am. Let's just say that, because, you know, as I say, I've had some pretty big difficulties actually getting a 3-star on a level. Even on the first one. Even on the first one, I was having some difficulties. So, yeah, just bear that in mind. Anyway, we're just going to continue upgrading these. We're going to basically make a bit of a kill box around here. I'm thinking, I'm not entirely sure what the splash tower even does, to be honest, but I might as well build one, or two, in actual fact. So let's build another one round about here. There we go. It does splash damage, of course. I mean, obviously, you know, the name indicates it does splash damage, so it's AoE. And I suppose that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. So, I mean, we could even build another one if we wanted to. So we could, you know, build another one right about here. But not sure whether I really want to do that in comparison to actually upgrading things. Because as I've said, your upgrades make a huge difference to how successful you're going to be. So I think what I'm actually going to do is I'll probably just stick around here for the most part. And I'll just upgrade my towers as and when I get the required funds. That's pretty much all I can really think of to do right now, because in my previous levels, what I've done is I've expanded my tower network a little bit too much, in my opinion. And that is probably the reason why we were having so many difficulties. Or shall we say, while I was having, you know, why I was having so many difficulties, because obviously you weren't there at the time. But yes, I think that might very well be the reason. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to just upgrade things around about here, and we should be pretty good to go. As far as I'm aware, enemies cannot hit me. I don't think they can hit me. My health bar at the bottom of the screen is to do with the base at the end of the maze, and that is obviously over here. So yeah, that's something to just be very aware of. So I think I can run here. Yeah, as you can see, I can run here, and they can't kill me or anything like that, which is absolutely fantastic. Because if they could, I would... don't even get me started. I'd probably have a hilariously fun time just running into the maze randomly and dying. But yeah, thankfully we don't seem to be having too many problems at this point. I'm actually really surprised because, as I say, I was having pretty big problems beforehand. But nowadays, no, now it seems okay. But as I say, I might have missed the layout, or shall we say the overlay for the upgraded towers. Maybe I'm missing it or something like that. And if so, I apologize, because obviously this is a very new release, and I just wanted to give a little bit of extra exposure to a small indie developer. That is literally the only reason. And also because I purchased it with my own money, I thought, hey, why not? You know, why not? Sounds like a fun idea to make a video on it. Anyway, hopefully we're going to be able to deal with these undead mages relatively well. Them actually preventing building around them, that is a pretty significant disadvantage for us. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool in my opinion. Well, not cool for me, of course, but yeah, I think it's a cool interaction. And let me see. What else? Let me just upgrade some of these people over here. And we'll upgrade this as well. There we go. We basically just need raw damage at this point, just to try to maximize our kill potential. And as I say, towers can, I think, upgrade to level 10. I think they can upgrade to level 10 or something like that. So that's insanity, you know. There's going to be some big damage coming in from your towers at that point. And yeah, I'm hopeful that we'll be okay. I'm going to increase my speed even further, so let's increase it to 3 times. But of course, we might not want to do that because, as the game told us, sometimes it is a little bit buggy, so should be a bit careful about it. But I haven't really experienced anything too bad so far, and I'm very hopeful that we will be okay here. Let's just upgrade these. As you can see, the towers are now doubling their damage when you upgrade them, which is absolutely immense. That is such an incredible upgrade right there. Getting from 63 to 127 damage, yeah, I mean, really. That is just so good. So we're going to try to focus on just upgrading right now. There we go, fantastic. And we are almost to the final waves. Surprisingly enough, who would have expected that? Not me. Okay, these little skeletons are actually getting pretty far. I'm a bit dubious about that, but okay. Let's just upgrade these guys. There we go. Nice. Okay, let's upgrade these ones as well. I have enough to be able to do that, so let's just upgrade these. Oh, there's the boss. Oh no. Okay, I shouldn't have been upgrading anything else. I should have just upgraded the single target towers. Okay, this is problematic. Do you think I can survive? Yes, I can. Whew, there we go. Look at that. That is fantastic. That is the first time that I've actually gotten a 3-star. Well, I guess it's because you're with me. Thank you very much for the support. Oh, yes. Indeed. Anyway, there you go. So you can restart the level or you can go to the main menu. I'm going to go to the main menu because we can now power ourselves up a little bit more. So as you can see, we now have some extra points here and we're now able to do some things. So I'm actually not entirely sure what to do, to be honest. I think I'll probably go for some more money, so that we can get an extra basic tower at the very beginning. So yeah, you can see here that there are 6 different towers available. You have the splash damage tower, you have the fire tower, which I assume causes burning damage over time. You have the slowing tower, which is very self-explanatory. Stunning tower, once again, self-explanatory. And the beam tower, which I assume is for bosses. And basically what that will do, I'm gonna assume, because I obviously have not used it yet, that's going to increase in damage the longer that it is focused on one target. I'm just guessing that that's the case. I'm not entirely sure whether it is. Anyway, let's select a level. Let's select a level and see what we can do. Okay, here we go. We actually gain a new tower this time around, so we now have the fire tower available. You have unlocked the fire tower. Burning enemies will take damage over time and stop healing temporarily. This tower targets non-burning enemies rather than the closest one. Ooh, that's actually very cool. I like that interaction. Okay, so it is $14 to build this thing. $14. That's actually pretty significant. This is a very small map. I'm not a big fan of that. Not a big fan of that, actually. Okay, well, let's try it then. I'm actually just gonna do something completely different this time around. I'm actually gonna go like this. We're just gonna build the towers all along there, and then we're gonna see. So let's start the level. Boom. And let's speed everything up. I think this should be slightly more efficient when it comes to hitting enemies, but maybe what we want to do is we want to build towers on both sides. Maybe that's what we want to do. Not entirely sure. This is going to create an absolutely immense kill box if we actually get it up and running, you know, with a bunch of upgrades and all that stuff. So we're just going to do that. And then we are going to be rolling in cash in no time, hopefully, and then we'll be able to build that flame tower, because flame tower is going to be extremely important against enemies that will heal, and no doubt there will be quite a few of them, because otherwise they wouldn't have given us the fire tower at this point. Okay, so let's build it. I'm actually not entirely sure where to build it. I guess here. There we go. Okay, what does it actually do? Does it... Okay, it actually does hit. Okay, it hits perfectly fine from here. Okay, that's fine. I was a bit worried, you know. I was a bit worried, all things considered. Okay, let's just upgrade this. Okay, we need $18 per one. $28 to be able to upgrade the flame tower. Okay, yeah, that's pretty significant. But as you can see, the flame tower is doing a fantastic job of reducing the healing of these undead mages right now, so I'm very pleased about that. Let's increase this tower here. And this one. Just want to increase as many of them as we possibly can. Because as we've seen, raw damage really does help us a great deal. But later on down the line, that is not going to be the case, in my opinion. We're definitely going to be facing enemies and situations that require those unique interactions. If you want to check out the examples of the unique interactions, I'd recommend taking a look at the Steam store page. There is a link in the description if I didn't already mention that. But I feel like it would be a crime for you to miss out on something that is so incredibly well priced. It's so cheap, and it's just got so much content available here. And considering it's also early access, I mean, there's just going to be more added over time, right? So, you know, really makes a huge difference. Anyway, let me just continue upgrading. Oh no. Oh, okay. Whew, I almost let that guy go past. Okay, that would have been pretty bad. Let's upgrade this fire tower. Okay, 15 damage, 15 damage, 15 damage. There we go. And how much do we need now to upgrade these? 72. Okay, so I can actually run around a little bit now. Maybe I can try and find another one of those bombs. I'm not finding anything right now, but maybe there is something around here. Nah, there isn't anything. Okay, well, that's perfectly fine. Maybe there is actually something, but I've just missed it, or maybe I shouldn't have started the wave beforehand. Not entirely sure whether it disappears when that happens. Maybe it does. I don't know. Anyway, let's just build another upgrade here. Oh yeah, we're getting a lot of money right now, so let's just pump that into our upgrades. And I'm actually wondering, is that going to be enough? Is this going to be enough? Towers? I mean, I'm not sure whether this is going to be enough. Well, that would be interesting if it wasn't. Oh no, that's going to be really, really bad. Well, if I'm rolling in cash and I can't upgrade any further or upgrade that much, then I'll just build something. Like, for example, now, I think I might actually build another basic tower around about here. And then we'll just upgrade this really, really easily. So let's do that. There we go. 31. It's already up to scratch. Look at that. That was really, really fast. And we've got now an extra tower for more firepower. Yes, not literally, because the fire tower is doing the firepower. Yes, I'm a poet and I didn't know it, apparently. Yes, indeed. All right, so we need 144 to be able to upgrade. Not sure whether I should build another tower. I think I will. Let's build another one. There we go. Let's upgrade that to 31. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so that should be pretty good. Let's actually speed things up, and so we'll see whether we encounter anything too difficult. Actually, you know what? I can actually start a rush wave if we are supremely confident, but I'm not sure whether I am, to be honest. That is, maybe? Yeah, maybe? Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's do it. If I fail and if I miss one, then that's just how it's going to have to be. And maybe I'll use a bomb. But no, it looks as though we're actually doing pretty well, surprisingly enough. So that's pretty good. And maybe... Should I do another one? Let's do another one. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, there we go. I mean, technically you can rush all if you are supremely confident. But yeah, I am not. So I won't be doing that. But yeah, that's a pretty cool thing that you can do. So if you are having the greatest setup in the world, then you're probably going to have a pretty fun time there. Okay, so wait a second. Everyone's done. That guy almost got by. That was a little bit dicey. Okay, I need 288. Let's just upgrade the fire tower a little bit more. 224, upgrade the fire tower once again, in my opinion. And there we have it. Okay, let's rush the next wave. There we go. I'm taking a look at the top of the screen as well, because thankfully there is a readout there, and that basically tells you everything you need to know about what enemies are coming. So you shouldn't have to worry too much about anything like that. You're not going to get caught unawares because you had no idea what was gonna come at you. So yeah. Anyway, 288. Okay. Yeah, these guys are going to give me a lot of cash, so I'm just going to wait here and then upgrade that one. There we go. Yes, this seems like a much better idea than what I was doing before, right? You know, spreading my towers out. Yeah, I mean, that's the point. Every single tower defense has some kind of unique interaction, and I know I've used that term multiple times now, but in general, it's actually true that, you know, they have unique interactions with how you're supposed to play them, because there's a number of different ways that you can play all kinds of different tower defense, and you may think, oh yeah, you're just placing down towers and that's it. No, actually not. A lot of tower defense are very different. Sometimes they prioritize upgrades, sometimes they prioritize mazing, sometimes they prioritize number of towers and diversity of towers. And early on, this seems to have a focus on upgrades. At least that's what I'm seeing right now. But later on down the line, as I've said, there's going to be a number of things that you're going to be able to do so that you can increase your chances of survival. And I'm talking about things like, you know, as I say, the interaction between, I think it is splash towers and something else, but I could be wrong. I might actually take a look at the store page after this, because then I can actually tell you accurately enough. And there we go. We've actually reached 3 stars, and I don't think I'm going to have any issues. Don't think I'm going to have any other issues. And there we go. All right, that is it. Fantastic. We can just speed up the rest, and there's the boss. Okay, I'm just going to actually slow this down just to make sure that my towers actually hit everything, because I don't want to mess up with the boss here. He is going to die. And there we have it. Even if he did manage to get by the way, I would have been able to use my bomb. And there you go. Seconds rushed 53. We actually did do a little bit of a rush there, and we got 577 score, which is then going to be converted into points. And then I can use those points however we so desire. So I can get some more starting money if we want to, or I can increase the various other things that we have here. And I actually don't know. I actually don't know whether I'll actually increase anything at all. Feels like this is very, very expensive. Not sure what it really does, but I guess I can just increase this and increase that just to increase my basic towers, because they're the ones that I'm using mostly. But anyway, I'm going to take a look at that unique interaction on the store page real fast. Alright, so actually what you need to do is, for example, there is an enemy known as the Barbarian that has a shield that is only breakable with a stun combo. So, for example, to stun your foe, you must then inflict the burning and slow status before striking it with lightning. So, in other words, I have, well, what's lightning? I actually have no idea what lightning is. I guess the stun. So, yeah, so for example, you're going to need to inflict burning, so fire, and then slow, and then the stun tower. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. That is a unique interaction between these towers. There's also a number of other things that you're going to have available here. You have 25 levels, endless mode, amazing levels, leaderboards. You've got all kinds of crazy stuff, and really, I cannot say good enough things about this. The only thing, as I said, I would love to see is a small display over the towers telling me what upgrade they have. Either that be a number or a Roman numeral, or just saying, you know what, this is this level, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. Level 6, level 7, etc. That is the only thing that I would love to see here, and otherwise you can continue unlocking. Oh, I actually can't unlock anymore because I've spent all my points, so I'm going to have to replay one of these levels, but I will replay the beginning level in my own time, and then I'll get some points and be able to progress onward to the next one. I am very much looking forward to playing more of this, and I'd highly recommend checking it out. There is a link in the description if you want to do so, and otherwise I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.